Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome to the third, and I think this is going to be the final video of today, and it's just going to go over the side quest, which is this shadow based raids. Yo, they couldn't think of anything more kind of shadow based. I don't know what really kind of classifies as being a shadow base raid. Also, I'm going to talk about, over the top of this, the root mechanic. Yes, if you don't know root, as soon as like an enemy throws a special attack, they root in place. A lot of the time I'm trying to figure out this. It's the first time I've played this. I think the Mutant one is actually the most easiest one, especially with the champions that brought in. I'm not bringing anything synergy specific, but what I wanted to do with this is I didn't really know what I was going to face off against, and that's the thing. If you don't know what you're going to face off against, then bring a larger spectrum of champions to cover. As we all know, it was class specific, but at the same time there are some red herrings. Magic is in this, so you're like, okay, that works out well. But here's the thing, Archangel slays no matter what, and that ain't too bad. And I would say if you've got any problems with the root mechanic, because I don't know if it's like a root node or whatever it is, then I would say power control champions may be the way to go with this. Corvus Glaive helps out, especially if you're going up against something that's got an evade, or it's got like, or just, you know, just a mutant in general. And especially even better if you want to take in a Proxima Midnight in order to get the true strike. If you feel down the line it's going to be something a bit trickier. However though, I think this is actually better. This is how I would like side quests to be done. This whole recording was about, I'd say, apart from loading screens, could have been under 10 minutes. To do a side quest run, that's actually pretty substantial and a lot better than the current kind of problems that we've had with how it's a Galactus difficulty and stuff like that. So it is good to have that element of, and there's root. There's root. That's a good a root evade of the special, but it's not exactly good as we get hit by evade there. It's kind of annoying because I was trying to get the heavy attack off in order to get the charge, the mission. Now we're gonna do it. There we go. Took its time. Took its sweet time. There are some little kind of cruelty buffs that you get through this, and I got to be honest, I think this is actually well done by Kabam. Especially because it's not so time consuming. And yeah, if I had Suicide Masteries, I'm sure I'd be able to blast through this quicker, but I'm not big into them at the moment. However though, with some choices and a video that I'm going to be making soon, it seems more apparent for me to be switching over, especially because my interest now is actually towards Act 6.3. Looking at some of the nodes and interactions, I feel like I'm going to be spending a lot less on units and revives and stuff like that, and it means I can safeguard more units to things like Future Abyss runs and stuff like that. But look, Archangel slays. There's a lot of champions that are mutant related that will have double immunity, a non-double immunity, so having a champion like Archangel goes up quite well. Magic there as well. You know, these particular fights, if you are struggling with the root mechanic, then I would say power control champions or high debuff champions. If you want to get void and kind of keep your distance and time, but at the same time, do bear in mind you want to do this quickly because you've got other stuff to be doing. You know, as soon as it drops, go do it. It's done, and you don't have to worry about anything else. You can get on with your day. But yeah, the side quests, it's not too bad. As I said, side quests need to be quick. They need to be done fast and on point. And I felt this was definitely one of those things, fast and on point with minimum effort. Look at that, 6 neurotoxin on, minimum effort. Then I didn't no effort, and that's what I love, is doing kind of 0 effort, getting a side quest done, and all that stuff. Well, now that I'm deciding, I'm bringing Corvus into the play. I'm like, come on, we got to see some big numbers here, especially from damage output. I would think that, and I'm doing the method as I should be doing, which is kind of just tippy tappy build up. To be honest, I could have just smashed it in SP1 and be done with it, but SP2 and boom, you know, 33k. Okay, I'll take it. It's only 2 missions, but if you can build up 2 missions and slay a load of damage, then that isn't half bad in my books. Okay, now I'm doing a bit of a Warlock fight. I actually think Warlock is actually a great champion for a lot of the interactions. My biggest concern with building up to this is what I think a lot of players have concern. As soon as a champion, Deadpool X-Force, gets that power gain, it's not great. So my plan was to build up to an SP3, at least if the champion would not throw special attack, because that's a big concern, a big worry, is the champion not throwing a special attack. There we go, root there. And this is the thing, this is my opinion on root. It's fine as long as champions don't throw unblockable special attacks. Otherwise, it becomes very painful on the movement, as you need to kind of just change the way you play. I don't really know. It's one of these weird things. Is it something that we needed, wanted, or desired that is just putting in just for the fun of it? Now, even there, like, I'm still unsure. This is the first ever time I come against Root, and I'm like, I'm very unsure about it. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? 5 years of this not being put in game to all of a sudden, hey, it's here. It's like you then gotta think about stuff a little bit. Now I was thinking here, all right, fortunately through a special attack. Not always the case. Champions don't seem to throw special attacks. Maybe Kabam thought that right this update. But yeah, like normally it's a case the champion just builds it to the SP3. And I don't think it would cause any kind of issue because this is a very straightforward fight. Lots of easy damage being had. Yeah. Okay, I want to fire us along to the Wolverine fight. I did actually lose my Corvus at this point. I can't remember why. I think it was just some silly mistake or something. I think it was like a routing issue with Rogue and kind of understanding route with that, and that kind of like the SP2 rather than the SP1. And that's the thing. Always stick to maybe the SP1s. It seems to be a bit better rather than SP2s, which seem to be a bit of a pain in the bum. So yeah, do watch out for that. And yeah, like I said, Archangel is just the complete slave for path clearing, and we're just going to see like there, like the SP1's easy to avoid. But they're going to put in the SP1 again, build up those neurotoxins, go for a parry, go for a heavy attack, 5 neurotoxins, lovely, lovely, lots of damage, minimum effort, maximum take home. That is what I like to see. And now we're going to go with the final fight, which is Colossus. This one I know a lot of players had a few issues with, especially when it comes to the SP2. If you can, don't push the champion to the SP2, and any power control champions I think are going to be good for this. I think, as I said, Mutant seems to be the most easiest of opponents, especially if you're considering you can nullify, but also you could use the likes of Morningstar quite nicely for this. Morningstar, any persistent charge based champion would be very effective. I don't know if you could ramp up something like a Mr. Sinister if you're interested. If you are finding this, which is the legendary, any difficult, but I don't know if this can be said to be overly difficult. And yeah, you can just do power control, like just all that stuff. By the way, this wasn't a good Doom fight. I think I was getting a little bit lazy with this. I could have done so much better. But that's the thing. It's all about suppressing the champion's health. Now, you're going to see through this fight, I'm pretty certain that Colossus never throws a special attack. Therefore, I don't get hit by something like the running from the SP1, or I get hit by the SP2, which is the problem. So yeah, like that's maybe the way to kind of like do this, is build up to like either just spam the SP1s, in order to power control, build up to the SP3 from there, from doing all that kind of like power stealing. Man, I love Doom. Just love this character so much. And then just like, yeah, stealing, just doing there. I'm staying in my block a lot of the time, and the reason I'm staying in the block is in order to get the enemy to come at me. Chances are the champion won't throw a special attack. So that's really what I was thinking there. Throw the SP3 and then job's done. Perfect. And we're laughing all the way to the success train. So that's always good to see when things go well. And as I said, like one thing that I would recommend with this is that choose a day that fits you. This did feel like an easy day so far, but it was all about the right champions for this. I'm not going to say it was absolutely amazing play, but that's what I don't care about. The thing that I care about is completing this as quickly as possible. People have got stuff to do. My timer of recording the raw footage was about 11 minutes, but if you took out all the loading screens and stuff and a little bit kind of like waiting to the start point, I could probably say that it's about 9 minutes, which is how these type of events should be. Side events and little side event grind once a day shouldn't be this long. Not this long. They shouldn't be 20, maybe even like 30 plus minutes. A good team is always important as well. And even with I didn't know what to expect, having the right champions together actually made this a little bit more easier. But I could have used Archangel for a lot of them and Dr. Doom for a mop-up session, and that's it, 2 champions. So yeah, that has been a little video covering the side event and also my opinions on Root. It's kind of a not needed mechanic. It's kind of a weird thing to be added in. Current opinion on the forum is kind of important as well towards this, and I think if I find the link, I'll put it in the description. And it was just like, yeah, there's a lot of not negativity, but it's like just questioning the reasons for it being put in. And as I said, I'll put a link in the description if you want to check out the forum post on Root and have your say. And yeah, as I said, I recommend doing the mutant path or the mutant one, which is going to be once every Wednesday. We'll have a look at the other ones in other videos, so look out for that tomorrow, whichever day that is. Could be a different class. Thanks very much for watching this video. I might be live streaming over on Twitch in a moment, so go and check that out. It'll only be for an hour because I want to get an early night because I want to make a load of content tomorrow. Have a good day. Good luck, America, whatever happens, and we'll see you on the other side. Goodbye for now. God bless.